We Are So Not Straight would like to acknowledge that the recording of this podcast takes place on the unceded traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. Welcome to We Are So Not Straight,
podcast where two drag sisters talk about everything curvy, swervy, and crooked.
We are your hosts, Michaela
And DJ.
And we are so happy you're tuning in. Hey, that sounded pretty good. We're getting better.
For you.
For me, on this side.
Anyways, we are so excited to recap the reunion episode of Call Me Mother Season 2.
But before we get into that, we just want to clarify a couple of things.
First off, we are not here to judge these contestants on their art.
Art is subjective, and all forms of art are valid.
We are, however, here to comment on how their art relates to the competition.
And second, everything that we say on this podcast is our opinion and our opinion alone. Also, we just wanted to let you guys know, first of all, if you're on our YouTube channel and checking us out on there, this is the first time you are seeing a screen with just DJ and myself on it. So, hello to lovely people there. But if you're not watching that, obviously that doesn't really matter to you, but we just wanted to clarify that. Also, because this episode is a reunion episode, we wanted to do something a little bit special.
So, we brought back our three most special drag artists that we thought would be fitting for this occasion, and we interviewed them.
Yeah, they're the drag artists that we feel got eliminated a little too soon from the competition, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to talk about some things that you guys didn't get to see from them or hear from them. So that's what we decided to do for this episode.
So with all that being said, we brought back Newfound Lad, Stony Mac, and Mya Foxx.
Yes, and we are so excited for you to hear their interviews. We just wanted to also let you know that the interviews are going to be spliced together through the questions, almost like a Q&A kind of thing.
It's definitely a good watch. So
yeah.
Get you a drink, get you a snack, curl up on the couch, and yeah, let's begin.
Let's get into it.
Our first contestant to join us back at the We Are So Not Straight reunion, anchors away, ahoy mateys, it's Newfound Lad.
Hey guys, it's so fucking good to be back.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we are so glad to have you back.
Our second guest to join our We Are So Not Straight reunion is the one and only legendary Stony Mac, everyone. Welcome, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me again. I'm so happy to be here.
Yay.
Our last guest to join us on the We Are So Not Straight reunion is the Foxy Queen herself. It's Mya Foxx. Welcome, welcome.
How's it going?
Hello, hello.
What's up, guys? I'm so excited to be back with y'all one more time. Listen, we couldn't get enough the first time, right?
Well, exactly. We were talking about who we were going to have back on for the reunion, and we were both like, we absolutely have to have Mya. Like, absolutely. So.
Thank you. I wouldn't have it any other way either, so I'm happy to be back with y'all.
Wonderful.
As my boyfriend gets up and he's just doing his thing in the background, that's fine.
It's fine.
It's no
totally
biggie.
fine.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Francois.
Hi, Francois.
Hi.
One of the really cool things about Call Me Mother is we got to see some really fun fashion moments. So we want to know, what was your favorite outfit that you got to wear on the show? Let's start with Newfound Lad.
Okay, when I first thought of this question, I was like, none of them. Because the two outfits I wore in the first episode, I've owned and had in my drag for so long. But then I was like, oh wait, I was in a second episode, and it's this outfit.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's this hair. This
Yes.
is absolutely my favorite piece I brought for the show was actually my Queer Joy outfit, because no shade to everyone else, I was like, I don't want to go in the rainbow direction. I want to wrap my body in something that represents where I'm from, Newfoundland, and the queer joy of existing here and being queer here when I didn't think I could as a kid, but I can as an adult.
Yes. I love that.
Period.
She's bringing concepts.
Bringing, yes.
Well, I honestly only got to wear 2 outfits on the show. To be fully honest, like, neither of them were my favorites. My favorite was 100% my queer joy look that I didn't get an opportunity to wear.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to choose between, like, the 2 that I did wear, it's all my promo look, 100%.
Yes. I loved your promo look.
Yeah. Everyone kind of ate the promos up, honestly. Like, it was...
Yeah. Our promo looks were stunning.
y'all ate that right up.
Hey, I've been saying this a lot. Obviously, my family photo runway was like, I feel like that was the highlight for sure, right? That's kind of like my moment. I really liked it, but I do really like this look as well that I wore at the reunion. Like, this was up there too. So yeah, I mean, if I had to, I mean, it wasn't on that long, but it would be these 2 for sure.
Love that. Now, what was your favorite outfit that someone else wore? Stony, let's go with you.
So my favorite outfit has to have been from this last episode that happened, the Queer Joy, where Jessie came out in a giant, like, Starbucks cup. Oh, I can't say Starbucks. Sorry, that's trademarked. A giant, I don't know, Gay Bucks? What was it again?
I don't even know. Like, I felt like it was something to do with Jessie, but I don't even know what it was.
I didn't even, yeah.
I just saw her as a giant venti cup, and I was like, slay.
You're like, this is it right here.
This is drag.
Oh my gosh.
While on the show, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Show. Okay. These are so hard because it's like I literally have so many favorites. I would say, okay, my favorite 2 were... Okay, I have to do 3. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm so sorry. Okay, Jessie's Catfish, the social media.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Justin's social media, the anonymous dude with like the ball gag and the cape. Like, that was a serve. I really enjoyed that. And Phoenix's entrance look.
2 come to mind immediately. Okay, 3. It's so hard to pick. First, Mya's family photo, just showcasing her Inuk heritage, being the first drag artist of Inuk descent to ever be on a televised drag platform is such a big deal. And we didn't get to see it on the show so much, but Mya is a huge advocate for her community, for BIPOC communities. So seeing her showcase that, amazing. Amara's condom, ridiculous. Amara's mind, too much.
I loved it.
And last but not least, Jessie Precia's Catfish.
Oh yes.
I'm like, I've been catfished by a drag queen before, and it wasn't near as fun.
Right? I feel like that was just like the most iconic reference to that kind of runway. Like, that was something that you could totally go for, and the way it was done was just like superior. Like, just beauty.
I also just would have never thought Catfish. I was like, that is so smart. And it's not like too outside of the box. It's just like perfectly Jessie Precia's brain for the challenge.
Yes. Those were definitely some of my favorites as well. Now, obviously, you guys were eliminated from the competition, as we said, a little too soon. But what was your favorite outfit that you wore that was not shown on the show? Let's start with Mya.
Ooh, say my queer joy, my little like sailors, like 1950s pinup girl little moment that was dedicated to my partner who's over here somewhere. That was really cute. I really like that. And the troll look too, my social media look, the all green latex little moment. I thought that was kind of fun too. So yeah.
Not shown on the show, I would have to say my favorite outfit was my lobster look, but the one that actually meant the most to me that I really wanted to showcase was my family photo. Because it was about my dad, and my dad is an incredible man and the biggest supporter of the queer community, and I really wanted to go on that platform and talk about positive relationships between queer kids and their parents, because I have such a positive relationship.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I love that.
So that look meant a lot to me, and doing the photo shoot with him afterwards was like the absolute world. And I literally shot it while the competition was still going on. I was like, I am on my shit.
Yes.
Like, queer joy. I was so excited to share this, and I'm so thankful I still have a platform to share it on, because like I rephrase. This whole outfit was based around my asexual identity and the fact that like I never see asexual representation, and the fact that I finally got a platform to be able to showcase that made me so excited, and I'm still so proud that I was able to like put it onto my social media and all that stuff. I just wish it got on TV.
What was it? Like, can you describe it a little bit?
Yeah, so my Queer Joy look, I made it out of Ace Pride flags. So I cut up a bunch of flags, and it was like meant to be an asexual clown. So I have like a big ruff that I wear around my neck with a like little bodysuit moment and a hoop skirt, like a little half hoop skirt that on either side has all like the different ace colors on it. And then I had a wonderful friend whose drag name is Mara Pistachio made me a like large crown to go with the whole outfit out of foam, and I was just so excited about it.
Yeah.
It's also one of the first outfits I've ever like really made from scratch, so I was really proud of myself for that too.
That's awesome.
If the mothers won't give you the crown, bring your own.
That's it right there.
Period.
All right, for the final question of this little mini category, this one's kind of a long one, so brace yourself. But what was your favorite outfit that someone else wore that wasn't shown? Lad, let's go back to you.
That was not shown. Okay. It's always the Not My Drags, I feel. Like, Seance's Not My Drag was, like, the perfect basic bitch outfit. And it was the same week Dragula did Basic Bitch. And I was just like, this is worlds colliding, and I would love to see Seance collide with Dragula.
Yeah, we were just saying that, actually.
Seance for Dragula season 5, right?
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're casting.
What season it is? 5? I think it's 5.
Seance, she has all of the skills needed for that show. So I would love to see Seance and that. Her Not My Drag, out of this world.
See, this is where I'm unsure, because to be fully honest, the only people that I know whose outfits like weren't on the show is Justin, and Justin made it all the way to the Queer Joy look, and after that there's really nothing else to present except for your finale. So I really don't even know what other people have to offer.
Yeah.
But I guess there was their social medias I couldn't think about.
Well, yeah, that's what we were kind of gonna get at, because
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because like obviously you've been releasing your looks, and then we have some other lovely people who have been releasing their looks. So do you have any that have like stuck out to you that have been your favorite?
Oh, now I have to think, because like my petite little pea brain didn't even go there. I was like, how am I supposed to know people's looks that I didn't even see? What? I'm just being a little silly, you know.
That's
okay.
Silly movie mood.
Yeah.
They're goofy.
Yeah. I'll keep thinking. We might be able to come back.
Okay, we can come back to it.
So many good ones. There's actually some favorite.
You can pick multiple.
No, I've been doing it the whole time.
She's like, I already did that.
Favorite. I know, right? Okay, favorite 2. Amara's Not My Drag, the swamp egg moment. That was everything. Like Witch from the Swamp, whatever that was a serve. And Phoenix's, I think it was her Not My Drag, the Squidward.
Yes.
Moment. Yes, absolutely.
Was it hers, not her drag, or was it her TV, my show one? I thought it was her My Show.
I'm sorry, yes. Mya My Show, that's right. Yes. Yeah, she did the devil for Not My Drag, so this was Mya My Show, the Squidward. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I loved that one. I thought it was really cool. And it was very, like, obvious what it was, too, so that was...
Good. So good. And apparently, behind the scenes tea, Jesse's Mya My Show was almost SpongeBob.
That would have been iconic if both of them had come out and, like...
Come out together.
Yes. That would have been a serve.
Our next category kind of takes us behind the scenes a little bit. We want to know, what was your favorite filming moment? And let's start with Stony.
I would say that my favorite filming moment was definitely when we were standing there in the workroom about to be presented with our very first mini challenge. And then all of a sudden they were like, we have a special surprise for you. And then I like looked at Justin and he looked at me and we were like, no fucking way. There's no way. And he's like, to bring some more masculinity into our show. And I was like, no fucking way. And then Landon Sider showed up and then I kind of died. I don't know if you saw me, but I died. So
Ascended.
I like felt the ground, peed a little bit. It was insane.
Oh, totally. It was a big thing. Oh, sorry. It was a big thing having. Sorry, I was just saying. It was a big thing having the like representation, kind of, especially with only having
like,
2 kings too. Like that was something that was huge too.
Exactly. And there's never been a drag king judge on a drag television show ever. Like, he's the first one. He's also the first one to ever, like, win a televised competition for kings. And he's, like, there's just so much that he has done for our community. And I was so excited to see him.
I mean, the whole thing was just, like, it was so fun. I can't say I had a bad time. Like, obviously, there were ups and downs and all this kind of stuff. But if you asked me if I'd do it again, 100%. It was, like, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, all of that. I think, like, obviously getting to know everybody there was amazing. Like, obviously I have a really good relationship with Jesse and Pepper, Amara, Michaela, like meeting all of these incredible people, honestly most of the cast. I would say moment that didn't make the cut, and I talked about it on the podcast, but me and Amara outside in half drag as her as a beautiful condom, like consoling me, that was the highlight. Because like, who else can say that they experienced that in life? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Well, it was quite short. So, hard to say. Honestly, what comes to mind is, I don't know if it's the most positive thing necessarily, but like the second day of shooting the first episode when I didn't get picked, being able to come into the third day still feeling good, still knowing like, okay, there's still a chance. There wasn't a chance. There's still a chance that I can do this and I'm in a good enough place that I am still ready to fight, knowing that I had that within myself. That felt really positive on set.
Aside from the rest of your looks.
That's valid. Yeah. You know, I would say, like, not even just for me, but from other people as well who've said the same thing throughout all of the weeks of episodes, is, like, I really wish that they showed our critiques. Because a lot of the times they just glossed over people and didn't really explain, like, critiques or, like, any, like, ideas about their looks. And then all of a sudden things happened and people weren't really sure why. But with the critiques, it made sense to us because we know what was told to us.
Yeah.
Totally.
The editors, they took some artistic liberties.
Yeah, very much.
Definitely some great moments. Speaking of filming, is there anything that wasn't shown that you wish was? Maya, let's start with you this time.
Yeah. Okay, what wasn't shown? Let me think. Like, it was interesting because we saw it a little bit in the reunion. Like, we saw more of our personalities and like the behind the scenes interactions that happened, right? I think because there were so many of us early on in the season, it was harder to have those individual kind of relationships. Do you know what I mean? So there was so much of that I can't like nail down one specific moment. Just more of that. Like, I wish we got to see how we interacted with each other in the mothership and like preparing challenges and stuff like that, because there were so many like just like little funny moments, shady moments, like there's so many little things like that. So I wish we had a little bit more of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we feel that too, because it was really cool to see. Like I was saying this week with seeing, like, because there was so few people that you got little interaction with people. We actually got to see interacting. So I would love to see more of that.
Exactly.
Too.
Oh, my description for my runway. I wish they used the other take I did.
Oh, really? Can you give us a taste?
Well, yeah. Well, the taste. Because I was dressed like a sailor. I said this outfit is inspired by the time that I served in the Navy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just really well acquainted with seamen. And they're like, none of that. But they did let me put in a seaman joke later. So. And they made Toddy say salty seaman.
They did.
It got in there. One way, maybe not. It was put in the show one way or another.
Like, it's all I'm known for now.
Oh my gosh. Now we got to see a lot of really cute relationships form between the contestants, but we want to know, who do you think are the contestants, or the people who you got the closest to on the show. Let's start with Lad.
It's all the timing thing. I felt the potential of closeness, like when you like feel stark with people on the first couple days, because you get close to people shockingly fast with Weeby and Justin and Mya, obviously. And like since the show, I've thankfully gotten to see and work with all of them, so that's further solidified that, which is nice. Because going home first, you kind of mourn the relationships you never got to make. Like I've spoken to Phoenix more off the show than I did on the show.
That has to be Justin. Absolutely. Like, we immediately grew fond of each other on the show because we were like, oh, King, you know? And then after I left, I, like, continued. I followed Justin, all that kind of stuff. And then when he finally left, we started talking, and we've been talking continually since then. Like, we're good friends. It's great.
Love that.
I can't give one name. Like Jesse and Pepper and I have like a very particular relationship between the three of us for sure. Amara, I was also extremely close to. Newfound Lad, like we had the whole East Coast thing, so I mean we had an instant bond from day one. And then I mean like even post show, it's like Michaela is up there for me. Phoenix is up there for me. Like you know I have a relationship with a lot of Champagne. Like you know, but yeah, I mean if I had to like narrow down really like. Jesse, Pat, and Newfound Lad. So half the cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But literally, I love everybody. Like, and that's not like some fake test. Do you know what I mean?
I love everybody. We're all sisters and brothers.
Exactly. Like, it's not that. Like, honestly, like I do have a connection with pretty much everybody on the cast. You know, there's whole instances that happen where I was like, I don't know what this, but like have since like resolved and all of that kind of stuff. But like honestly, like we're chilling. We're honestly very, very supportive of each other.
Okay, living. Now this one's kind of it's not quite controversial, but it's kind of spicy. So did you all agree with the critiques or lack thereof that you were given? Joni, let's go with you.
That's an interesting question because I gotta be honest, I wasn't really given any critiques.
Really?
And that was a bit of a confusing thing for my episode. I don't know about all the rest of the episodes, but they basically just gave basic like, oh, next time you can put a little more effort into this. And I'm like, okay, sure, that sounds good. But there was no actual like critiques on what my looks were like or what happened or what I did. Yeah, it was a little hard to digest when there was nothing to digest.
Yeah,
you know?
a little frustrating. Totally
yeah, a little bit like you're like I want to learn, I want to grow, and you're not giving me that. Like you're just giving me these little tidbits, which are not really helpful.
You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You look like Linda Evangelista.
Very that.
Very that. And I know there were other people too who quite literally messaged the people afterwards and were like, could I receive critiques, please? Because I just want suggestions on what I could do better because I wasn't given any.
Yes.
Well, and that's the whole point of going on a show like this is like you want to learn, you want to grow through the show. Like that's the whole point of being on the show. So the fact that they didn't give you that was interesting.
Especially from a show like Call Me Mother, which is meant for like up and coming to learn and grow and develop as you're on the show.
Yeah, totally.
But of course, they could have provided like more critiques like as the weeks went on. I'm not sure. I haven't really talked to enough people to know that.
Totally.
I just know from my own perspective. So.
No, John.
It's
no, I mean, for what was shown, like there's more critiques that happened than what had happened on air. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the last time that we were on the podcast, I talked about the whole Landon thing with my safe sex runway and all of that. That was something. You know what I mean? Like that was a difficult situation because I was told one thing in the mothership and then a different thing on stage. That was kind of a moment. So I mean, I definitely didn't agree with that. The other comments, like I remember, like Barbada with the gown, she had made a comment. Like I do agree with that. Like honestly, like even if there wasn't a comment I agreed with, like I think that the comments were fair. Like it never came from like a malicious place. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like we're trying to tear this person down or tell them something that like is going to screw them up. Like I genuinely felt like that's how the judges. Do you know what I mean? Even though I may not have had the same opinion, so I think it was fair. And even at times where I may not have agreed with them, whether it's about me or somebody else, it gave you the perspective to kind of see it from what they were seeing. Do you know what I mean? So there was definitely a couple things where I was like, don't know about that. I don't know about that decision. Even like people who had gone home before me and stuff like that. But if you know,
what critiques?
Yeah, that's what someone else said too.
Fair enough.
It's true that like when you go home first, you get no critiques whatsoever. Like you're just like, no fan, didn't get picked. Goodbye. And I guess the only critique I got off the camera was just create a more fully realized drag look. I think, and the issue was my makeup at the end of the day, and I can't disagree with that. It's better now. It's a lot better now.
You've been working on it.
We're so good now. You look stunning. It's everything.
Well, there's this fun trick called blending that I didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun thing you learn eventually, right?
And then Wig Zaddy said, we're going to make sure all of that looks nice.
Wig Zaddy was like,
Yeah, Wig Zaddy slid into my DMs like, hi, I think I know what you want to do. Do you want a makeup lesson? I was like, yes, please.
Like, that is very much what I would like. Thank you so much.
And that makeup lesson happened the morning of the reunion, which I shot from Wig Zaddy's studio.
I love that.
Fully. He was just like kept popping into my camera being like, hello crew, hello people, I'm right here. Like he spoke more than I did.
Oh, that's too good. Okay, sticking a little bit with some of the controversial questions, which aren't really controversial because we don't want to go there, but is there anyone other than yourself that you feel like got eliminated a little too soon and should have made it further? Let's start with Mya.
Mara, Newfound Lad. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of shady, like, obviously. Everyone? No, don't.
Everyone.
But no, there were, like, I mean, when Newfound Lad didn't get adopted, that was a gag for me because I just know how talented they are. Shady, like, that was shocking for sure. Stony was super shocking because they were the only one that had the 3 fan clacks. And do you know what I actually realized? Is anybody who had multiple fan clacks was eliminated within the first 2 weeks.
That's true.
You're right.
Stony and Shady, first week, me the second week, and then Amara the third week. And we were the only ones that had multiples. They said, they're like, we were fighting over to begin with, but not anymore. Get out.
Yeah, they said we're out. We're done. We give up.
Yeah, we're done. But Amara, I think is like the biggest, like the most obvious one. Like, I mean, I left a note when I left, and I was like, I can see you in the final for sure. And I was completely gagged when I came home and realized that she got eliminated right after me. So I think that was probably the biggest one. But there was definitely some robberies and sabotage, all of that kind of fun stuff.
Sabotagery.
Of the people that got eliminated, I would say I wanted to see even more from Amara. Because Amara was perfection every single week and then went home. And I just feel like one lower week maybe shouldn't have meant it was time for her to go when everything she was putting on the stage was perfect and everything she's posted on social media has been perfect. And then she showed up to the reunion and was like, why, yes, I'm going to look better than everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, I got 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm gorgeous.
Going into the competition, knowing Amara was going to be there, I pegged her as the one who was going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've known Amara for maybe almost a decade now, and, like, I thought she was going to win.
Yeah, our drag sister said, yeah, well, we thought so too, but our drag sister, we had actually talked, I think it was like a couple days before the elimination happened, and she was like, oh yeah, Amara's going to win. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I think so too. I think she's definitely going to be in the top, like, for sure. And then literally the next couple days later, it was like gone. I'm like, okay, well, apparently not. So I feel that.
Everyone, like, everyone is so talented. Like, honestly,
the mixed congeniality goes to. No, I'm kidding.
Right? Like, one person, and this is my own bias because I want to see more diversity in drag. I really, really thought that, like, Lad had some great looks coming up. Like, especially with what they've been posting on social media, I think that they would have gone far. Like, and I wish I could have seen what they had more to offer.
I wanted to see more ass.
Yeah, I want to see more ass.
That was me. I want to see it. Yeah. No, I fully agree. We were really shocked. I think both DJ and I said we were both really shocked in the first episode that Lad went home.
Mhm.
Like, we both thought that there was no way that Lad wasn't going to get adopted. So
Work. Okay, yeah, definitely with 15 people, a lot of people were cut too soon before we had a chance to see what they really had to bring. It's so unfortunate. However, the true behind-the-scenes heroes are the crew, so what was your guys' experience working with them? Newfound Lad, let's start with you.
Oh, the crew was lovely, and there was like several people on set who were from the East Coast, so I felt very taken care of and very at home, literally immediately. Like I didn't have a negative moment for that aspect of my journey. Like, I felt so taken care of, and I felt like, oh, I'm supposed to be here right now for 3 days.
for 3 days, but you're still here, so that's how it works, right?
Yeah, still a positive film experience. Like, I would do film and TV again. Like, that was like solid. I'm like, oh, I can do this. It's just fine.
They were such sweethearts. They were all so kind. Like, I loved the production crew. I actually still talk to some people on the production crew on social media and stuff, because they were just like big mama bears to all of us.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and I never really had been on a TV set before, so I was like a little lost duck walking around, and they were just there to like guide me in the right direction. I was like, oh, thank you.
You're like steering off in the wrong direction. They're like, actually, it's this way. You're like, right, thank you. Go that way.
Oh, I almost went outside. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, like, going to our interview rooms for our confessionals, they were like down a flight of stairs into a locker room in the basement.
Oh my
And
God.
every time I had to go down there, I was like, I don't know where I'm going. Someone help me, please. I've been here like 7 times. I don't know how to get there.
Help.
Tell me.
Directionally impaired. Can't figure out where I'm going.
I'm too gay to make decisions
Yeah.
on directions.
Right. Exactly that. I'm gonna use that from
Which
now
way
on.
is right? Help.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh my
use
God,
that from
which
now
one?
on. Fully gonna use that from now on when I'm in a car and I can't figure out directions and be like, I'm too gay to figure out directions. Like, this is not gonna happen.
Take your Google Maps.
Yeah.
You do that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, and I know like not everybody has that opinion, but I felt like I was treated very, very well. The production staff was great to me. Like, it's obviously a very high, like, stressful environment, and you go back to like, I'm almost 30 years old and have to be like escorted to the bathroom, or to be taken to go get food, or asked to, like, you're back in like you're 6 years old again. Do you know what I mean? So that's frustrating, but I genuinely really did feel like I was taken care of by production, in the sense that like they had my best interest in mind. Some of the Care Bears, I know we talked about this, so those are the PAs that like really tended to the drag artists that were on set. So there's Emily, Vincent, Stacy, and Jared, and they took care of us. You know what I mean? If we needed anything, oftentimes like we were there. We needed a shoulder to cry on, or just to vent to somebody who wasn't involved. Like, they helped us out a ton. Even the executive producers, story producers, all that kind of stuff, they were all very nice to me, so I can't say anything negative about that.
Now, obviously, we know that you are partial to your family and your drag family, but we want to ask the question, if you were given the choice of one of the other mothers, or if you were given a choice of the mothers in Lad's case, who would you have chosen and why? Let's start with Stony.
I probably would have picked the House of Harmony, because Barbada was a sweetheart to me from the very beginning, and I can't remember entirely what was shown on the screen when I had my adoption, but she tried to bribe me with a fan, a pen, and unconditional love, I think. I'm not sure, but she was like, please pick me. It was really funny. But yeah, no, just like her absolute energy and everything that she gave and her quirkiness was like right up my alley alongside the House of Glass.
Totally.
Pick either of the other two houses for different reasons. I probably would have gone with the House of Harmony, to be honest with you, and obviously I had that choice on stage. And there is footage somewhere of me backstage saying that I would choose the House of Harmony as my house. And I was one of those people that, like, I didn't have my mind made up until I was on, like, I made my decision in the moment. Whereas on adoption day, there were so many people that were like, I want to be in this house. And if this happens, I want this. These are my plan A, B, and C. You know what I mean? And I just, like I said, in the moment I connected with Peppermint, and she said some things that really resonated with me, and I looked up to her as a performer for so long. But at the same time, like, I could also totally see myself in the House of Harmony. Like, I think, like, the whole, you know, just having a big heart and, like, caring about, you know, your family and the community and all the things that Barbada and her house represents, that very much resonates with me as well. And I already had a prior relationship with Barbada, and I knew that, like, we worked well together and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say the House of Harmony if you know, the House of Dual Step wasn't on the table.
I 100% was going for House of Glass. Like, I really wanted to hone in on my aesthetic, my makeup, and bringing my look together in a more fully realized way. And I thought Crystal could help me the most with that.
Yeah. I could see it. I could see it for sure.
And she was born in Newfoundland, so it's like, I'm gunning for this.
Yeah.
This is what I need right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was all the main questions we had for today. I want to end it off with one classic question. Who is your pick to win Call Me Mother Season 2? Mya, give us your go.
And get me in trouble.
You can say
You're gonna get
everyone.
You can say
but,
everyone,
like,
but that's the pageant answer, so.
Okay. I'm like, how do I answer this? Okay, I have, like, skin in the game for 3 of the 4 competitors. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Yeah.
I love all 4. Don't get me wrong, but, like, I have the least amount of connection personally with Weeby, and that's not no shade, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I still love Weeby. I think they're an incredible performer and all of that kind of stuff. But I have my house sister Michaela. You know, to say I have. You know, I'd love to see it go back to the House of Dual Set. That's who we represented. We worked together on, you know, several challenges, all that kind of stuff. And then I have, like, my 2 besties that, like, you know, competition, post-competition, like, I talk to these people every day. I love them to death. So honestly, like, any of those 3. Like, I know that sucks and that's such, like, a political answer to give you. Is based on track record and based on who I think did the best in the competition throughout the entire time. I think that Jessie has a slight edge, but there's a case for any of them to win, and I honestly would be happy with any of them to win, and I love them. I think that Pepper deserves it. Like, Pepper put in so much work and, like, so much of herself. Like I'd love to see Pepper win. I'd love to see Michaela win. I'd love to see Jessie win. But yeah, it's so tough for me to say, honestly.
That's a good. I think that's a great answer. I think the way you said it was like a good way of saying it.
It's just like, it's like, you know, where it's like, you know, there's like some sort of like sick psychopath horror movie, and it's like, choose which kid dies or which one survives. Like, that's how I feel right now. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Yeah.
It is really hard. But yeah, honestly, like, or C or Michaela.
Yeah.
Either one. Okay. Love you, Weeby.
So Weeby, that's an attack personally.
No.
I'm kidding.
This is like East Coast, West Coast drama.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go to the viewing party on Wednesday and be like, by the way.
I hate
So I heard from Mya that
Mya hates you. Not that.
Yeah.
This is
no, girl, not at all. Like, Weeby is so talented, and like, I respect what Weeby does. Like, that's absolutely no shade. It was just, honestly, it's like when there's a cast of 15 people, like, you can't make a deep connection with everybody in the period of time. Maybe if I lasted longer, I would have. But in the period of time that I was there, it's like, those were the people that I had a connection with.
Did you
and
hear that,
honestly,
production? 15.
15 people. Too many people.
Maybe they'll learn for next time. I don't know. But yeah, no, I love them all, honestly. And this season, like, come on, pop off. Like, I think from the 15 that were there, like, there's a case for, like, any of the 15 to win. Honestly, like, everybody is so, so talented. But I think that the top 4 that we do have totally deserved it. They killed the competition. Like, you know, they're doing it. And I'm so proud. So proud.
Yes.
Not to be mixed congeniality, but I genuinely am happy if any of them win. Like, I'm so sorry.
You can't pick one.
I will not know. I can't pick one. I was not there for the whole time. I only saw what we saw on TV. I've worked with or seen all 3 of them since we shot the show, and I think they're all equally deserving.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh my god. I mean, I could be that little bitch that's like, I want everyone to win because I love everyone so much and they're all so worthy of it. Which I do agree. Like, they're all very worthy of winning. But if I'm being 100% honest, just based on the top 4 and, like, everything I've seen throughout the whole competition, I really think Pepper's got this.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion.
That's your opinion. Yeah. Point blank,
yeah.
period.
Yeah, period. Like, if I go into a little more detail, like, she's got so much experience. She already has the professionality of being an experienced drag queen under her belt. She rang amazing looks every week. She worked her ass off to get to this top 4. And I think, like, all these things put together just really showcase what the mothers want, because the mothers are looking for someone that can represent them. For the next whole year, this queen is going to represent, or performer is going to represent them all year long. And they need to be professional and cordial and have, like, this, that, and the other thing. And based on what I know about Crystal's looking for, like, professionality. And I think, like, Pepper would be a phenomenal candidate for that.
I understand.
I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen next week. Like, I feel like last year I was, like, Team Toddy all the way. And I was, like, really hoping Toddy would take it home. And it seemed like it was going to happen. And then it happened. But, like, this year I'm like, maybe I'm too close to it to, like, be able to be Team anyone because I'm Team everyone.
Well, all of those finalists are incredible picks. And it really is a photo finish, if you will. My personal pick to win is either, well, okay, I have 2. I'm kind of copping out. It's, for me, Weeby or Michaela. Michaela, who's yours?
Mine has to be either Weeby or Jessie. Although I think Pepper has done a fantastic job, and I feel like people are sleeping on her too, so it really could be, I mean, like, again, kind of a cop-out. I feel like it could go any which way.
Close.
It's so close in this finale, but this is going to be a finale to watch. So if you are listening to us and you do not know where to watch the finale, you can watch it on Wednesday on Out TV, and it is going to be a photo finish, as DJ said. It's going to be a close race, and I'm really excited to see who wins.
It's also on Apple TV and Fruit TV in Canada. It's only like $3.99 a month.
And I feel like Prime Video too has it too. It's all over the place. You can find it really easily. So make sure you are tuning in to the finale so that you can see who is going to be crowned the first child of drag. And I'm really excited about that. I just wanted to take this moment to thank our lovely guests. We have Newfound Lad, Stony Mac, and Mya Foxx. And we are going to ask them one final question, which is, where can our viewers find you, and what are you up to? So, let's start with Newfound Lad.
Okay. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Newfound Lad, T-O. I used to live in Toronto, but I do not anymore, and I'm from Newfoundland, don't worry. Or you can check out my website at newfoundlad.com. You can book me. You can fly me places. I do love to travel. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.
Yes.
You can follow me on Instagram at stony.mac. That's stony.mac. Also, I'm going to be in Edmonton in January, except my date is on another thing on my phone. But yeah, I'm going to be performing in Edmonton, so I might be there with some other performers. I'm not sure who's going to be coming yet, but you can check me out there. I think it's the 18th of January. But maybe don't quote me on that because I don't want to spread false rumors. Yeah.
We'll put like a little card.
We'll put a little thing over top that says, "This is actually incorrect. Please don't go on."
Find tickets here.
The statement wrong.
Wrong.
Tony's a liar, actually.
Pathological liar confirmed on
Oh
stage.
my god.
Crazy.
Not clickbait.
Not clickbait.
But yeah, no, watch my socials because I'll be letting everyone know when I'm traveling next next year, starting in January, I'll be going around to visit some other CMM peeps and perform with them. So I will keep it all updated on my socials.
Oh my gosh, can't wait for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me pretty much anywhere on Instagram. I'm at Mya Foxx _HFX. On TikTok, it's just Mya Foxx. YouTube, I have a YouTube now. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I mean, we got lots of stuff going on. I'm taking a little break over the holidays. I'll be back at the end of January. She needs her beauty rest, girl. It's been a lot. She's been all over the place. I've been touring. I've been Edmonton, Montreal, St. John's, Toronto, back to Halifax, doing all the things. So yeah, just recouping, getting like the creativity popping, and I think I'm frozen again.
You are. In all honesty, you've been going in and out the entire episode, but it's actually quite funny because the last episode that we did with you, your mouth was not matching your words either, so it fits. It's fine.
It's fine as long as you see the gorgeousness, you know.
We can see it every time that it goes back on the screen, so.
Love it. I thought it was Jesse's Wi-Fi, but apparently this platform just hates me. Yeah, here we are.
It's okay, we're working on it.
No, we've got a lot of things popping. You know, I want to be traveling. I'm going to be working on some video projects and stuff like that. You know, making the mark as, you know, side artist and keeping the ball rolling. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm really excited, and I want to say thank you to both of you for all of your support this season as well. I know there's so much work going into like covering a whole season and editing these things together, and I know for myself and the rest of the cast, we totally appreciate it, and we love you very much.
Well, thank you so much. We love you guys too.
All right, as we said before, this finale is so close. Definitely one to watch, but I think that's gonna do it for today. So I hope you all have
TJ.
Oh God, what, Michaela?
We forgot to tell everyone about our socials.
Every week. Okay. Do you want to tell them then?
Sure, I can do that. So our Instagram is We Are So Not Straight Pod. Our Twitter is Not Straight Pod, and our YouTube channel is We Are So Not Straight Podcast, which is where you can find the video version of this interview if you're not watching it on YouTube already, as well as all of the other interviews that we have done with the eliminated contestants. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us at wearesonotstraight@gmail.com. All this information will be in the show notes. Okay, DJ, you can finish the outro now.
Yeah, we are doing a special video version this week. We all look so fucking amazing. I think you should go watch it. But I hope you all have a fantabulous rest of your day, and definitely make sure to tune in next week. Mwah!
Bye.
Bye.
Can I throw in one more thing?
Yes, go
Yeah.
for it.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Something I didn't get to do, not outfit wise, but the challenge I wanted to do most was the roast.
The roast? Oh my gosh.
By far, and for the reunion, they didn't tell us what questions they were going to ask us in advance. I thought I was going to get what was it like to go home first, or not to get picked, or what challenge did you want to do, and I had fully prepared a roast for each of the top four, and I was ready to roast them, and I didn't get to do it. I'm so sad.
Oh no.
Fraud.
Can I tell you what I was going to say?
Yes, I want to hear it. Tell us.
Let them have it. The library
It's just
is
from
open.
the memory. It might not be perfect, but I was
Okay.
going to start with Michaela Couture. In case you didn't know, she was formerly known as Michaela Walker Louboutin. She shortened her name to make room for her ego. And speaking of short, we also had Weeby. I was so shocked to find out Weeby made the top four, but top four is as close as she's ever going to get to topping. Weeby's at the bottom. She can't even reach the top shelf.
Yes.
And then we have our kinky sounding queen, Jessie Precious. It came as no surprise when she talked about sounding on TV, considering every time she speaks English, she's sounding her words out. And last but not least, we have the legend Pepper. And when I say legend, I do mean old. I think Pepper would do amazing work in a girl group. Like if she was part of the Spice Girls, she'd be Old Spice.
Those are so good.
Period.
And that's what you missed on season 2 of Call Me Mother. Thank you very much.